Hey, what's up, gamers? So, I'm actually going to make a little video here on editing StarCraft maps here. So, yeah, you want to use StarCraft, or rather, yeah, StarCraft. What does SCM even stand for? Actually, I don't even know. Huh? Never even thought of that. Anyways, ScmDraft 2 at stormcastfortress.net. Yeah, you'll find it if you just put in ScmDraft 2. And it takes you to the site, and I actually noticed something here. Someone said they had issues with theirs when they freshly installed it, and I think that's because they installed the one up top here. Maybe if you click on this, it works as well. But yeah, what the heck? Okay. Yeah, so 9.09 is an older version. You want 9.10. I haven't tried 11, so I don't know. I don't know about that one, but I don't think he's updated, the guy that made this. I don't think he has updated in quite some time. Let's just check it out. Got a date in here somewhere? I don't know. I remember it was like last year sometime when he made the 9.10 one. Anyways, so you want 9.10, and then it's simple install, and open her up, and you'll be here on a blank canvas. And yeah, the world is your oyster. I think I'm gonna. I have a map I need to tweak, I think, so I'll showcase that at the end. But yeah, so I guess it actually starts blank. You gotta make something new if you just want to start totally fresh. And there you got a 128 by 128. You can change the dimensions here in scenario. Yeah, I think 255 is the max. Yeah, or 256 rather. 256. So you can do 256 by 256 or anything else. There are like ideal numbers, all the what are they called? It's like 192, 128, 64. Yeah, you'll see 64 by 64 as like a common really small map. So I think it is, I don't know if it's bad to have maps that are not ideal frames, I guess. But whatever. Yeah, choose your size there. What else we got? So we got unit settings, upgrade settings. So that's if you want to change around, if you want to get rid of stim or make upgrades go past 3, stuff like that. Forces. So here, well, actually, I should note everything in here from map properties. Is that one? Yeah, it is. So everything from map properties down to sound editor, it's going to take you to the same thing. I mean, it takes you to the specific tab, but it opens up map settings. So yeah, you got map properties, or you type in the name of the map that you want, or that you're editing, whatever. You got your teams. So yeah, you can. I guess not a team; it's a force. So it's how all the triggers work through these various forces. So yeah, you can ally, unally, shared vision, and there's triggers for shared vision if you need to be more specific. Stuff like that. Yeah, so forces, units, again, yeah, unit settings. Oh wait, unit settings is like health and everything. So there you got all your units. Change the HP, change the damage, disable them if you don't want them to be abled. be able to be built on the map. So you'll have your starport, and you won't have BC as an option. Yeah, so I'm not going to get too deep into the nitty-gritty here. Just kind of want to help people out if they want to learn. I've been tweaking a few maps, and a lot of people are asking, and well, mostly just wanting me to change things. But I always tell them it's not that hard to learn. Just pick up this nice software. This what's his name? Sin something. The developer of ScmDraft. Yeah, he made this great software. Take advantage. It's pretty fun too if you get into it. You just got to learn a few things, and then what's the saying? Yeah, just learn as you go. Anyways, so strings. These are. I'm not really going to get into that. Has to do with colors and actually, what string editor? I think it's how the triggers tie into each other, as well as if you have like you're displaying text on the screen during the game, then it's going to show up here. So there's that, and sounds. You gotta upload sounds from here. Like it has all the. That's not a good example. So there's the burrow up. So you got all your different sounds of the entire game here. Yeah. So you got first. What do? Do you browse? No, you just click add, I guess. And it comes up here. So then, yeah, you have to upload the ones you want because these won't show up in the triggers unless you have them up here. Unless you have them uploaded to the file name. Sound map sound entries. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, that's how you like change things. That's how you mess with the units and the teams and stuff like that. The forces. Yeah. And then you got your terrain here. You can choose stuff here as well. Let's actually drag this out because you get a nice big map. There's I think 3 sizes. Or 3. I think there's a tiny one, but oh, it goes this one. Okay. Yeah, so it's nice to have a nice big mini map there, and you can just draw stuff, and there you go. I guess I'll show some terrain tricks actually. Yeah, you can pick your size here, so there's a bigger chunk. And then you can do rectangular, so it's just individual blocks. And that's really how you can tweak things on the map is by pixel by pixel, just making it look as good as you can. I'm sure you've been in a game where it looks really pixelated because it is. And like people upload images into StarCraft maps, and yeah, because it's an exact image. Well, is as exact as it can be. Yeah, it's really pixelated when you actually get into the game and play. I mean, you can even see it here, of course, pixel by pixel. But these are all smooth because that's how the map software is made, I guess. Yeah. So yeah, like what you do, like if you want to make a little bit different of a, rock formation here. Triple these up. This actually. This. See, it can be tricky to find the right piece. Here we are. This is the one we want. Or rather, on the other side. Yeah, something like this. Sure. So it looks kind of natural. You got your undos and forwards here. Right there. Yeah, anyways. So yeah, I'll do another example. Doodads are various things that you can put on the ground and on cliffs and yada yada. Let's. Like this is how you have all your ramps. What is that on this map? Cliff, I think. Yeah. So, and the nice thing about the new ScmDraft, well, since like 2020, get these nice ramps you can play with, which weren't there before. So that's very nice. Let's actually go. Share this down. So yeah, if you want like a funky map that like stretches to the corner, you get like this one as well. You got to convert them to terrain to be able to actually copy the pixels of the ramps here. So you do that by right-clicking, yep. And what am I doing here? Convert to terrain, and then you'll see I can't select it anymore because it's no longer a doodad, it's a terrain. It's just part of the land now. Don't actually know if when you do this, if this becomes high ground or not. Like I don't know how that actually works, but whatever. What am I doing here? So yeah, now you can kind of like play around and make some weird ramp thing. It's kind of a cool variation there, actually. Yeah. So I think that's kind of what I wanted to cover, just the basics of how to mess around with this lovely program. And yeah, you can make whatever you want. Just kind of playing around here. Yeah, I wanted this. Yeah, maps on this terrain are pretty fun actually. Nice, because you got this structure as well as just high ground. Yeah, so you can make your map, do whatever you want with it. I guess the last thing is the triggers, which I won't get into too deeply. You're going to have to play with that on your own time. But yeah, as you can see, this is the standard triggers for just normal StarCraft games. You start with 50 ore, aka minerals. So end scenario and defeat if you have no more buildings. So when you're playing StarCraft, when all your buildings die, you lose, as we all know. And then in reverse, if you're non-allied opponents if you killed their shit, then then you win, of course. So yeah, there's conditions and actions in triggers. That's all it is. If X happens during your game, then Y will be triggered. The action will be triggered. So I'll go slightly more into detail as I attempt to fix up this map here. It's called this is Sunken Defense. Whoops. Yeah, you can quickly type and you can usually only fit in about four letters unless you're really fast at typing. Which one is it? It's this one. This one. 7.5? I haven't even been hosting this. I've been hosting 7.4. Whoops. What did I change here? That's funny. I don't even know. anyways, it should be the most up-to-date 7.5. So I guess I want to see here. Nope, properties. Yeah, so since it's 7.5, let's change that. There's the map description. Yeah, pretty basic. When you're looking through your files, that's what it'll say. The title of the map is, of course, this that you see in the lobby, and when you're about to start. And then let's get into the triggers. As you can see, there's with these use map saying games, there's a lot of triggers. So yeah, and with something like this, of course, it's repetitive because you got to have if the civilian goes here, you get your battle cruiser, etc. So yeah, actually here's some of that. So yeah, you can yeah. So there's an example. You bring at least 7 to the Guardian. The Guardian spot, which are called locations, which I guess I should cover as well. Yeah, so you bring the civilians there, and then it creates one at base warp, which and this just means your overlord. I'm not going to get into how you transfer it over to the overlord, but yeah, there's pretty easy ways to do all that stuff. You just gotta figure out the triggers a bit. Yeah, so you get your Guardian, and it kills the 7 civilians that are at that spot. And then there you go. And then you defend like a boss and win the game with your Guardians. Preserve triggers so that if you keep doing that, like if it's not preserved, then you just send the 7 in, you get your 1 Guardian, but then next time you do it, you get nothing. Nothing happens. So there's that. What am I trying to fix here now? That is a good question. Is it even? No, I'd be in Force 2. So Force 1 is all the, so this is how you usually do it. You just have, because most games you have, if it's a team game, you have, you're all together against the AI, right? So yeah, all the players are Force 1, and then the AI here is Force 2. Okay. Oh, shoot. Is that why that's not happening? So they're using Zeratools for some sort of counter. And I think, because my issue is the last level wasn't firing. Or didn't, yeah, just didn't do anything. That is the wrong player, actually. Look at that. We got white. Everything's white. This should be player 7, I think. Right? White? Yeah, I think so. Right, so if you want to click on your units, you gotta go to units, and you can select whatever you want here. So let's click on that dude, and he's supposed to be player 7, I think, or is it 6? No. No, it's 7, right? Let's see. There we go, he's white. He's a white boy. So there you go. We got that set. That might have fixed the trigger. I don't think it would have, though, actually. Maybe, but I don't think so. I think there's something else going on. I think I just didn't, because I added those 3 extra levels, or I changed them or something. And so yeah, I might have just totally missed that. But because all of this is based on Zeratools, which I think is the last level that I added, it might be derping that. For player 9. Is that why? Player 7, yeah, these are kill all super, yeah. So these triggers are for spawning as well as it kills the white one that just indicates the level that's there. See, it kills all. It could just be kills one, because there only is one on the map for player 7. Yeah, so it kills that white one, and then it makes all the spawns. And if they get to the end, wait, no, this is just the. Oh, because this is this is for teal and brown, so it has to pass the teleport. That's why. That's why there's those 2 extras here. Yeah, so that's for player 7. Bengals. What the heck? We have a copy here? Yeah, I think we have a copy here. Player 7. Why do we have 2 of these triggers? I think this is supposed to be it. This is supposed to be the one where I change it to Zeratul here. And then we want, oops, we want player 7. Okay, I wonder if that would fix it. The thing is, it should have still triggered, I think. So I don't know. I don't know if there's a conflict with me having this last level, which is Zeratul. Pretty sure. Let me double check that. Yeah, that's Zeratul. So there could be a conflict because it counts down here. I think it counts the Zeratuls as the levels or something. So there could be a trigger in there that might mess that up, but hopefully that fixed it. Anyways, there's kind of a rundown of how you tweak stuff. And again, you can just open up any map, right? And then if it's a game like Heaven's Last Stand, of course, there'll be lots of triggers already in the map, of course, so you can tweak as you wish. Adjust. Just thinking if there's something else. I haven't really looked deeply into any of these, any of the triggers about how things spawn, but it looks pretty. Yeah, it's just counting Zeratuls, and then kill all civilian. Why is that there? For all players? What? Broodling is one of the last levels. Let's get into locations now while I'm at it. What was that location again? Just saw it, but I forget what it was called exactly. Oh, Basement. That's the one. Okay. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, that's fine. It's a good trigger. So this is just for red to be able to start the level if they wish before the timer. So all that extra action in that trigger we just saw, 20 like 9 or something. Subarcon, too far. There it is. Yeah, so it just kills the start. I mean, it's kind of unnecessary, but yeah, I guess you want to play out the last 3 rounds without red trolling or something. I don't know, because obviously you can make the levels go fast if you want. I think for red, I don't know if this one has like a limit where you can't just spam it out, but you can definitely skip the timer if you want. Exclusively red. Yeah, so still just pondering how this all works and if I fix that or not. Because yeah, it should be like this is the trigger we want here. That didn't didn't happen. How is it player 7? Oh, I think I get it. It depends what. Okay. That's why. I get it. I think. Pretty sure I get it. Yeah. Yeah, that has to be the thing. Which is why I think I made it player 9. Okay, so actually it was onto something there when I updated all this. Okay, so it's making Zeratul as player 7, which is white, down here, and that's just the level counter to be able to start the next one. Interesting. Okay, yeah, I've never actually looked into these. So, you set the timer. So it should make an extra Zeratul at the end, right, or what? So what actually makes the next Zeratul for the level? That's what I'm wondering here. But yeah, I think this might fix it actually. Let's go to Zeratul. Player 7. Yeah. That's why I had it as player 9, so it didn't conflict there. Player 1 Zeratools. And it's supposed to make this level. So why didn't it? Huh. Guess we don't need this timer. That's the last level. So yeah, you can delete like that. Also, the order of the triggers and action, or conditions and actions, do matter actually. So that's how you move that down. I won't mess with it though. Not that maybe it does matter in this case. Anyways, fuck, how do I do this here? What's going on? Definitely got to troubleshoot in this map editing process. So yeah, if I change that back to player 9, then it's not, well, would it even matter if it killed the ones bottom right? Like, shouldn't it just, shouldn't it still be firing the level? Because it's player 8 that is the AI that is spawning every level, like your enemy. You gotta defend against player 8. Yeah, I guess I'll show that here in forces. Oh, maybe that's why player 7's neutral. Okay. No, that's fine though. Player 7's neutral. Huh. Well, I don't think I fixed it. I don't think I fixed it now. But yeah, there's no harm. Oh, no, that's why. Duh. That must be why. Yeah, so this could be tricky. Does it matter if player 7? Anyways, yeah, I think it's because it was player 9 after all, which is a good pointer actually. Is triggers, most of the triggers. I think some triggers work with player 9 to 12, but wait, what did I just say? No. What I'm trying to say is the triggers, just as a rule of thumb, triggers only work for players 1 through 8, and 9 to 12 just don't do anything. Like if you punch them into the trigger, that it's just not going to happen. I don't even know if you can make them aggressive, like an AI that'll actually do anything. They're just sitting ducks, those players, I think. Pretty sure. Still trying to figure that out, but that could be why as well. So maybe maybe I did fix it. Like, does it matter if I kill all the zero tools at the end? Probably not. It's the last level, right? Let's delete this. So yeah, let's see if that works. Hopefully it doesn't mess up the some other trigger. That depends on those zero tools on the bottom right, but yeah. Would it really mess it up if it's Flare 9 like that? I guess maybe. Yeah, like I had it as player 9 for kill all, and so that trigger itself definitely didn't fire because it was player 9. I just thought it would still do the rest of these because player, as long as the condition is met, the trigger or the actions will all fire if they can. So that's interesting. Maybe just because it was the first action, it just didn't do anything for the next one. So I don't know. Anyways, there we got that hopefully settled. Maybe. I don't think there was a victory trigger either. Yeah, there's so many triggers. It can be annoying sometimes. Because I think it actually said you've defeated all the levels after the Bengalis. I don't know. Maybe no. I think it just didn't end. Is what happened. Yeah, actually, I haven't even really beaten this map yet. Really, I think maybe once, but the last time Zero Tool didn't fire, so I don't know. Anyways, yeah. So for this map, these are all the levels. If you've never played, they spawn every, I think it's a minute and a half or something. And you start with drones to make sunken defenses. Oops, that was loud. Yeah, you just defend against the waves, and if one leaks from one end all the way to the other, then you lose. Yep, that's the game. So these are all the levels in order from Reaver to well, there's Hydra, and then bottom row, and then these are the final 3 levels here. Zero Tool being the last one. So yeah, hopefully that helps if you're maybe thinking about map editing, or if you're if you don't want to, but you just need a simple fix, and you're not asking people to do it for you. No, it's all good. I enjoy doing this sometimes. I've been editing a little bit as of a little bit ago, but throughout the summer and end of spring I wasn't really, so yeah, little tutorial for you there. I'm just thinking if there's anything else I want to throw in there. I don't really think so. Got the units. There's all your units, unit tweaks, health and upgrades, and what the name of the map is, and the forces. Got your triggers, which you're gonna have to learn a bit of that for yourself. But yeah, hopefully what I did there helps a little bit. And yeah, let's save that. obviously save as, and you want to, if you're making a new one. I think this is the best one to use. I've heard SCM. I think someone told me this one is too, though. I don't know. Hybrid map, I guess, because it works on the older StarCrafts as well. If you use SCM. Yeah, so there's 7.5. I'll maybe play it in a little bit here and see how she runs. Hopefully get to the last level and it works as well. Yeah. Yeah, covered terrain. What else we got here? Fog of War, that's interesting. That's how you that's how you make vision possible in random places. Or having it pitch black, or having it, what's it called? Like where you've seen that part of the map, but you don't have anything there at the time, and you can just see this. You can see what was there, but you can't see what is there. Yeah. What else in here? Oh, sprites, similar to doodads, but actually same idea really. Oops, that's not. Yeah, so sprites are down here. So yeah, you can use doodad pictures as well, but so yeah, it's kind of like doodads, but you just walk right through them. They're just invisible. Units, yeah, ground units, of course. Don't need to move around them or anything. They just float right through. So you can make cool maps of these, and you can hide units really well in forests and whatnot. Sprites, and that should be it. Locations again. This is how you. Well, yeah, it's one of the main parts of triggers, because for X to happen, sometimes you need X to happen in this particular spot in order for Y to happen. So that's what locations are for. And yeah, so you just make new ones. And yeah. I think I covered it all, or most of it. I'm sure there's a few nuggets that I missed, but it's not really any good. It probably is. I haven't looked too hard, I guess. There's not really many good YouTube or other videos out there that that kind of break the whole thing down real clear. And I'm not the most clear with my words either, but yeah, hopefully that helps. And happy editing, I guess. Oh, zoom, that's kind of handy to have, yeah. Especially when you're editing. Mostly for terrain, you can just zoom is zoom. You know what zoom does. It's wow, I didn't know you could go that fucking far. Where even am I? I'm up there, okay. Wow. I think this is new, or since the last one was made, because I've never. That's crazy. 200%, yeah. So yeah, this is how you can tweak the terrain real well. Kind of zoom in on your ramps and figure out the perfect pixel for each spot, and Bob's your uncle. Yeah, so edit. Again, convert to terrain, same as right-clicking on a doodad, or I think it's just for doodads. Maybe it's something else, I don't know. I don't see what else it would be. I don't think you can do it for sprites. Maybe you can, I don't know. Should we try that? I'm 99% sure you can't do that. That would be weird. Oh. Yeah. Oh, it's grayed out. Yeah. you cannot do that. You can't stack selected because you can just automatically stack sprites. Create location. Oh, you can't do these either. Okay, yeah. Cut. We'll cut it. Yeah. Keep trying to think if there's more, but there's probably not much more at this point. Oh, there is. Wow. Wow, look at that. This is another recent feature from 2020. Very nice. It is kind of tricky because if you mistype one single thing, it doesn't work. So, yeah, this is just the specific code of every trigger that you have. And there's all your players, etc. So basically, it's just super nice to have this because you can now draw a new map. And wait, what am I thinking here? You can transfer triggers over to other maps is what I'm trying to get at. But yeah, I had this issue once where, yeah, with the risk map, I drew this whole map. What I should have done is use the old or the normal risk map and just blanked out the whole canvas because then I would have all the triggers. So I didn't do that. I just made a new map like this and just drew my risk map, and then of course I didn't have all the triggers because I started a new map. So I actually had to wait until that software even came out. It was like really recent. So then I carefully copy pasted all that, and then it eventually worked. But don't do that. Pro tip: if you're trying to make a new terrain for a map you like, don't leave out the triggers. Leave them in there, and then just draw the fresh canvas. Otherwise, you gotta do it copy paste style. Or maybe there's a way to like import the map right in back into. Could you just copy? Let me actually just see this here. You probably could do this too, actually. Oh, the ideas that you get. All right, let's draw something really big here. So you can copy paste terrain. So I guess what I could have done actually is just gone like this on the map I drew. That's funny, I didn't even think of that. And just copy it. Anyways, I could have tried that. I don't know if you can actually copy paste terrain to other maps. Do I have tabs open here? How does this work again? I do too. Okay, so I copied. Let's see if paste works. Did it work? I think it did actually. I mean, it glitched the terrain out. Oh, it's a different theme. I should mention that too. So if you're messing with your dimensions, obviously you got you know, all the different base terrains that are used in StarCraft. So sadly, you can't actually use like Badland terrain pixels in the Ice World theme or whatever. You can't use them interchangeably. Sadly, it would be really nice. I'm kind of hoping someday that could happen, because that would really open up possibilities where you can make really cool stuff with all the pixels and everything. Yeah. Tend to ramble when I'm just off the cuff doing stuff like this, but yeah, I think I covered the vast majority. Map load, output, you know, I don't even know all this stuff. I just learned as I went. And oh, this is handy. Wait, that's for locations. Let's do that for grid, not for units. Oh yeah, so this is actually a nice, I guess, feature. So this is how you can disable stacking, stuff like that, or allow it. Ignore building placement. So when you are making a base or something, you're putting units out there on when you're making the map, not when you're playing. So in ScmDraft, when you're putting units, you do actually have to be aware of what settings you have going on in here, because if you have this off, let's see if it stayed. Yeah. So now if I tried to build buildings on top of each other, it would not work because this wasn't checked. Now that I click on it, I can stack stuff. So let's do that. Let's stack some greater spires. There you go. Boom. Yeah, so that's actually pretty important. Pretty important to just be aware that that's there. Yeah, I've actually had that happen where in my early days I didn't know why I couldn't play something, but you learn that pretty quick, and yeah, it's just whether you can stack or not, basically, or whether you what's the other one? Oh, snap units to grid. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, so like if I think you saw there actually. Yeah, so you can see as I move it over, it's pixel by pixel. Whereas we disable that, and then it's just a free-for-all. It just goes wherever you want it to go. Same with units there as well. Yeah, units. So units or buildings. That's all. I guess that's what this is. Units is units and buildings. Carmen. Oh, that's yeah. Right. So this is how you get fastest money maps. Is you have this enabled. Wait, requirement. Oh no, so you don't want this enabled. You don't want this checked off because now it'll let me put a hatchery there. You can see the red line. So yeah, because that's not checked, which I will check now. You can build next to minerals, and now you can see I cannot. Can't build in there. I can build here, here. Heck, I can even stack them as much as I want. Wow. But can't go here. There's minerals there. Yeah, so those are some handy things to know as well. And I think I will finally leave it there. I think I will. Did I mess anything up during this? I think I'm good. Good to save again, I think. Obviously it won't have this animation when I start the game. It actually starts to disappear. Look at that. You can see the difference between the snap to grid and the non as well. Pixel by pixel. Ah, so there you go. ScmDraft 2. Get it at Stormcast Fortress. The dude made a great software, and I appreciate him for doing that. And with that, I will save and exit. GG. Happy editing.